And here we are, pro wrestling fans. We are back in Sault Ste. Marie with Canadian Wrestling's Elite. We have got a packed show here for you tonight. As you can hear, the crowd is very, very raucous. I am here alongside Chris Best, and we have a special guest here with us for this show as well. We'd like to welcome Will McDonald. Will. AJ sucks, apparently, is what they're saying. Will, do you believe that?
Oh, I believe that we are in for one hell of a contest here, especially the card that we have right now. AJ Sanchez is one hell of a big competitor. And for Kamikaze, the defending CWE Central Canadian champion, it's going to be a bit of a challenge if he wants to retain his championship tonight.
Definitely is. Mr. Best, how do you feel about this matchup?
This is the match I've been looking forward to ever since it was announced. AJ Sanchez is, as Will, you had pointed out, he's a big dude, big dude, but you cannot count out the speed and tenacity of one Kamikaze here.
And with that, the bell has rung, the crowd is hot, and we are ready to go. Again, a very special shout out here to Willie Does Wrestling for being here with us tonight. Go and check out Willie Does Wrestling at Will's Wrestling Corner on YouTube.
It is a hell of an honor to be here, and it's even more of an honor to be joined by you gentlemen, as we are in for one hell of a night, as previously mentioned, as it looks like Kamikaze is playing with the crowd here to start off the match.
This is typical from Kamikaze.
He's getting that crowd hyped up. But the one thing you got to look for with AJ Sanchez, he knows how to take the crowd out of it.
This is the strength I was talking about earlier.
Our referee, Deuce Diamond, is going to have one hell of a time on his hands here with these two.
Looks like AJ Sanchez is saying timeout. Wants a bit of a break here.
The crowd is really showing who they are for and against here in this matchup. Clearly against AJ Sanchez.
Yeah, now the one question I've got to wonder here is the last time we saw Kamikaze here, he wrestled a cage match against Danny Duggan. One has to wonder if there's any injuries that he may have suffered that AJ Sanchez could take advantage of in this matchup.
That definitely is the question. It's very in there that you would even remember that the CWE does travel through this area usually about 3 to 4 times a year, and you never know what's happened with that type of an injury.
Bit of a headlock being applied here by AJ Sanchez, the challenger. Oh!
Big man putting the little man down.
You could see Kamikaze favoring the back of his head after that drop. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. There's the strength of AJ Sanchez coming into play here.
Look at that arm drag. Drop kick.
And there's some strength from Kamikaze.
That speed and tenacity of Kamikaze that I've talked about earlier is coming into play there.
AJ Sanchez is going to catch a little bit of a breather here, but he's got to watch out.
Kamikaze's no stranger to going to the top rope and flying.
He's taking a seat over in the front row.
Yeah. He's just having some fun with the fans there.
I think the only fans in this arena that are fans of AJ Sanchez.
Now, the last time AJ Sanchez had some fan interaction, he took a big boot from one of the members of the audience last time.
look at this, stepping on the back. Oh.
AJ Sanchez taking another time out here. Is he going to go back and try to convince one of those fans to get in the ring for him? Is he going to tag one of them in?
Yeah, he's looking at one of the young ones in the crowd right now. Maybe that's the case.
Uh-oh. Look behind you. Oh.
We heard that all the way over here.
They heard that across the river, man.
AJ Sanchez is going to feel that in the morning. I don't care how tough you are. That's got to hurt. And again, he wants a timeout.
I say just slug him. There we go.
Picture perfect drop kick by Kamikaze. Oh!
Smart from the veteran in that ring, AJ Sanchez.
Looks like the referee doesn't really like that.
I was just going to say, what is it though? Because you don't want to raise the ire of the referee. We saw last show what happens when you raise the ire of Deuce Diamond, our official tonight.
And once again, the challenger is in control, feeding heavy blows to the champion.
I think AJ believes he has this in the bag.
Well, if you want to win a championship, that is going to be the mentality that you are going to have. Oh, wait a minute. He's got the pad of the turnbuckle there.
AJ was just trying to fix it. He saw that it was broken.
He was also taking something. I don't know. He was playing with his wristband or something there.
Kamikaze is feeling a little bit out of it right now. If he wants to retain that championship, he's going to need a miracle. He's going to need the support of the Sault Ste. Marie fan base if he wants any chance of winning this match. A little bit of vintage Shawn Michaels there from Kamikaze.
Uh-oh. He's starting to feel it.
I think we're going to get a little crazy here.
Very energetic as the champion, and this is really what motivates him to win all these matches. That is what has got him to this level. Chops in the corner to the challenger, AJ Sanchez.
Not just the corner, but just about every corner.
But now, of course, the big man is getting back in control, much to the chagrin of the fans in attendance here tonight. Taking his time, playing with his food, going for a chop of his own, and now Kamikaze's feeding shots. Uh-oh. What a strength.
It's a tall task to try to move that big man.
One of the things Kamikaze's actually got to look out for, yes, Kamikaze can use that top rope, but so can AJ Sanchez.
And he's going to watch out 100% if AJ Sanchez ends up going to the top rope here tonight. Now AJ Sanchez bringing him over to the corner. Now is going to have a little bit of fun with the fans here tonight. Runs over. Great counter by Kamikaze here. Another one. Down on sitting up here. Leg drop, springboard, the next cover, and a kick out of two by the challenger.
Man, I thought Kamikaze had him on that one.
You would not be the only one, and now Irish whip into an elbow connects by AJ. Now having a little bit more fun with the fans here as AJ Sanchez, the challenger, in control. Feeding shots, punishment here by the challenger.
The crowd definitely behind Kamikaze here.
And because of that, Kamikaze, well, trying to get back, but wait a minute.
AJ Sanchez up to his usual dastardly tactics once again in this match. And I'm thinking that could be what could lead to the demise of Kamikaze. We could see a new champion tonight.
I wouldn't count him out just yet. Obviously, Kamikaze, very energetic. There could be a point in this match where he gets more of that crazy energy that you were talking about earlier, and maybe we could get and still CWE Central Canadian Champion here tonight. Right now, AJ Sanchez once again with a headlock, and you can tell Kamikaze trying to fight out of it here, middle of the ring.
Kamikaze's working his way out. Made his way out.
Into a picture-perfect Hurricane Rana, taking the big man down. And here we go, chops and forearms. Oh, now out on the apron. AJ has no idea. Shot to the midsection now. Uh-oh. Try to go for a roll-up here. AJ, great smart strategy, grabbing onto the ropes, but it's not going to work. Covered. Shoulders down and a kick out just in time for AJ Sanchez. Now a drop kick onto the apron. Kamikaze's feeling it here. Dial it up, perhaps. Oh, 6'9", paying homage to one of the greatest luchadors of all time in Rey Mysterio.
Now, would you call that the 619 or the 705?
Very likely. But look at that blockbuster. And still CWE Central Canadian Champion.
Danny Duggan is definitely not a fan favorite with this crowd tonight. And it's interesting that even though we have got some animosity for the United States at times, that Samsung, a guy who is from Marquette, Michigan, is the one who is ultimately going to be cheered here tonight.
I mean, in a promo about a week ago, leading up to this match, Samson had professed his love for Canada.
That goes a long way in this business. We need to find out from our guest tonight. Are you a fan of Samson or are you a fan of Danny Duggan?
Well, you know, I've seen Danny Duggan a couple of times in my days here of watching CWE. But I really don't respect this change of attitude. When I first saw Danny Duggan, he was the hot shot. He was the ultimate, well, what wrestling fans would say, baby face. Now that he's adapted this crowd to be an American persona, this doesn't feel like the Danny Duggan that we all know. And I feel like every single one of these fans here are really showing them that I'm not the only one that shares that opinion.
The action is slow to start here, but with two big men that are in there right now, you got to believe that we're going to have some sort of explosion.
A little bit of a feeling out process in the beginning here.
Yeah, the one thing I got to think about too is the last few times we've seen Samson wrestle here in the city, his matches have ended with his opponents cheating to get a disqualification. Now I've got to wonder if Samson's going to be on his toes in this matchup for tonight.
Well, look at this, taking a bit of a walk here.
already Samsung showing and displaying that power that he has gotten to the point where Danny decided that he needed to get out. And he's very hesitant to even get back in.
Well, he wants to prove that he's brave. He's going to have to prove it right now. Oh.
Samsung again just displaying that power that he has. He is the bigger man in this competition.
Now controlling the arm.
Danny trying to power his way back up.
Knee right of the midsection. Comeback here by Samson. One arm. Look at the power.
The immense strength of Samson coming into play here. And once again, this is where Danny Duggan, he's one of the most dastardly individuals in the CWE. Again, I got to wonder, what has Danny got up his sleeve to try and conquer Samson?
I think, and Willie, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that this is the first time that we've actually seen Danny Duggan taking on a competitor that may actually be bigger than him here in Sault Ste. Marie.
That is, in fact, true. The last time that I was here, I saw Danny Duggan take on the CWE world champion at the time, Mentolo. So seeing, like you said, someone that's actually bigger than Danny Duggan taking him on, Danny Duggan almost seems like the underdog in this match, and he's a 7-time CWE champion. Oh, right into the turnbuckle, face first.
And this is the dastardly attacks that I was talking about that Danny Duggan needs to do. He needs to keep Samson down on the ground and just keep stomping away at him if he wants to get a victory.
Danny baited him and then started beating him.
You got to think maybe this was the plan all along for Danny Duggan.
That chop seemed to have no effect at all.
Oh, look at the look on Samson's face. If looks could kill right now.
Danny Duggan looks almost afraid here.
There was, again, no effect on Samsung, but clearly an effect on Danny Duggan.
Now, Willie, you talked about Danny Duggan being a 7-time CWE heavyweight champion. Let's not forget, Samson right now in the UPW, he is the current heavyweight champion here. So he knows what it's like to be in these big match situations like he is right now with Danny Duggan.
Which would show his no fear attitude right now when he is in the ring with Danny Duggan. He is looking like an all-time pro here against one of the very best here on our roster.
Playing a little cat and mouse game here right now. Danny's really, really trying to make sure that he keeps as much distance as possible.
Ooh, and a cheap shot with a boot as Samson was trying to get back into the ring. And onto the post.
I mean, I guess it's effective.
Now telling the referee to count, almost wanting to take the count out victory here.
Yeah, I guess a victory's a victory no matter how you get it.
I mean, this isn't a title match. Just in the nick of time, and look at these shots being fed.
Not even allowing Samson the opportunity or the time to stand back up to face him.
Danny Duggan is doing exactly what I said he needs to do. He needs to keep on top of Samson and just keep hammering away on him.
Oh, look at that senton.
You cannot let the fans get to him.
And now we're seeing a little bit of that vintage Danny Duggan coming into play here.
That hot shot Danny Duggan, like you talked about earlier.
Exactly. Back in the day, it's weird to see. That was only like almost a decade ago. He was universally loved by the fans here. Now he is one of the most polarizing figures on our roster. And now Samson making a bit of a comeback. Spoke too soon.
That standing drop kick has definitely taken Samson all the way back down. Stopped the momentum in an instant.
Oh, and choking Samson here. Straps are down.
Is he gonna try to do what I think he's gonna try to do? Is he gonna try to pick this big man up?
I was gonna say, is he gonna go Kurt Angle on us or something?
Well, right now he's trying to make sure Samson stays down. I mean, I would love to see him try to pick Samson up, but to be honest, in terms of me, I don't think he's gonna do it. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's ticked the big man off now.
And the fans are letting Danny Duggan know he messed up big time. We've seen this before. And now Samson feeding shots.
That club.
Bit of an electric comeback here. And Danny goes down. Now calling for something big. Oh, thumb to the eyes.
Behind the referee's back.
Didn't see a thing. And a low blow. Uranagi. Danny Duggan picked up the win.
Wow.
I don't know about either one of you two, but I have never had crab food before, and I don't think I ever want to.
Yeah,
I
personally,
any one of these men who
I personally never had a can of wet dog food. I wouldn't even if someone paid me $1 million. But the loser of this match is going to have to, and I feel sorry for either one of these two men here tonight who has to do that.
something tells me that Rusty Blackwood would have had that. I mean, look at him. He's 360 pounds of meat.
You would figure so, but I mean, we got to keep in mind, stranger things have happened, like Rey Mysterio winning the World Heavyweight Championship from the Big Show. That's happened.
Yes, it has.
That's the art of professional wrestling. Never say never. So there is a very good chance that maybe Danny Diggler gets the victory in this one. We already saw earlier on tonight Derek pick up a very, very amazing victory against the Old Dog earlier tonight.
You're right about that one, and that's one thing Blackwood's got to look out for. I mentioned it in the match with Jarvis that he's got to watch out for Danny. Rusty's got to look for Derek at some point.
Well, Rusty using his size and strength to his advantage in the early going.
Not just his size and strength, he used his backside as well.
Oh, look like a bit of a headbutt there. And a bit of disrespect. And one shoulder is enough to take Danny Diggler down.
Series of clotheslines as if he were cutting down a tree. Now he's picking up the stump and just throwing it wherever he wants.
Sickening thud.
Cutting down a tree, Carl. This man pushes trees down.
Danny Diggler taking a bit of time to catch a breather, maybe think up a new strategy.
I think there's only one strategy you can have when facing a guy the size of Rusty Blackwell, and that's take him down any way possible.
Well, right now he's thinking one thing, survive, and if that means run, you gotta run.
Danny Diggler's just playing around right now, making his way all the way through the crowd right here.
If I were Danny Diggler, I'd save my energy, though. It takes quite a bit of cardio to run all around the fan base. I mean, you're going to need that if you're going to want to take down a 360-pound man in Rusty Blackwell.
He had to run real quick to make his way back into that ring. The referee was going to count him out.
Which meant he was going to have to eat a wet can of dog food if he got himself counted out. Ooh, picture perfect drop kick from the rope. Oh. Shouting obscenities at the referee.
It's going to take a lot more than just a drop kick from the top rope to keep down Rusty Blackwell.
Yeah, the way he pressed out of that 2 count, it was simply amazing.
If I were Danny Diggler, if I was in that ring right now, I would not spend my time mocking the fans, responding to fans. I would be doing anything and everything possible to take this man down, because right now, Rusty Blackwell is going to have a walk in the park, no pun intended, with dogs.
Chopped him like a redwood. Danny Diggler hitting that floor, hitting that mat, hitting that ground. Don't matter what it is, he was hitting it.
Now, I pointed out that we could very well see Derek Diggler make his presence felt here, but what about Dan Jarvis? Dan Jarvis may want to come out here and maybe exact some kind of revenge here and maybe help Rusty get the win as well.
Could very well be possible. But right now, Danny Diggler seems to be doing well on his own right now. Little roll through showing off here. Catches an elbow in the process.
And that's something you do not want to do. You do not want to show off in front of a guy like Rusty, like Blackwell here.
This could give Blackwell a little bit of breathing room here. Gonna go for it again. Chop block.
Just as we said earlier, we need to take him down any way possible, and that was a perfect way to achieve that.
Oh, now a bit of a kick to the chest, and yeah, it seems like he's got him well scouted here. He needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal if he wants any chance of beating Blackwell. and forcing Blackwell to eat a can of dog food, saving his own backside in the process. Wait just a minute. Uh-oh. Devastating.
That was a huge choke slam.
I don't care what universe you're from. That's got to hurt. And now, oh, wait a minute. Shotgun drop kick into the corner. And an elbow. Coming at him from literally all angles.
Rusty definitely uneasy on his feet. Laying down and taking a breather, it looks like.
Gonna go high risk. Into an elbow. And a kick out.
We talked earlier about that drop kick, that it definitely wouldn't keep him down. After all of this that Danny Diggler has just done, Rusty's still kicked out. What's Danny got to do to be able to keep this guy down?
That's the $1 million question there, Carl. But right now, Rusty is feeding off the fans here. Every attack that Danny's attempting has not been fruitful for him.
And look at this, now responding with forearms of his own. Or I should say elbows. Beautiful. Now takes Danny down. Oh, wait just a minute. Oh! Vicious shove. And a headbutt.
Definitely momentum shift that happened, and a splash like that shifting the whole entire ring.
That is the full 360-pound frame. And now he's got it again.
Well, at least he shifted a bit.
Into the cover. And another kick out by Diggler.
Wait, look who's sneaking around ringside right now.
Oh, wait just a minute.
And look who's following.
Super kick, meanwhile, in the ring. Uh-oh. Bit of a stalemate at ringside, but right now, inside the ring, bit of a shove into the ropes. Accidentally hit with the trophy. Not exactly what they had in mind. World's strongest slam. The old dog trying to keep his brother at bay. Meanwhile, in the ring,
Rusty's going up high.
This is the first time I've seen Rusty on the ropes here.
oh, full force, and it's over.
And what an amazing honor it is for us to have the masterpiece, Chris Masters, here once again with CWE in Sault Ste. Marie. The last time he was here, there was a little bit of issues that happened, but he is here, and we are getting everything from Chris Masters tonight. This is amazing.
I know I say this for every legend that we've called matches for, Carl, but another one on my bucket list to cross off.
It's going to be interesting to see, Willie, how Chad Daniels and Diego Da Vinci are going to work together, because I think this is the first time that they've ever tagged together here in the Sioux.
Exactly. I saw a bit of a video where Chiseled Dad Chad Daniels actually admitted that Diego is the best Da Vinci out of the two. So a little bit of mutual respect already from the two competitors. So maybe they are on the same page heading into tonight. However, we're going to have to see how the events of this match unfold first.
And I guess, Mr. Best, we could say the same for Chris Masters and Vinny Da Vinci. This is their first time tagging together in the suit.
Yeah, and there already seems to be a little bit of a camaraderie between the two of them, especially with what we saw prior to the intermission, where we saw Vinny Da Vinci come out and help Masters, which set up this main event here. And of course, a very storied history between the Da Vincis right here. They've been tag team partners. They've been mortal enemies. And the last time we saw these two in the ring against one another, Vinny put his career on the line and was successful in coming out on top.
Now a bit of a rebound. And now the chops coming into play. And the shirt is off.
Quick pin cover there. Thinking that we were going to have the ending of this matchup already. Nope, not so much.
And now the masterpiece is in the house. Beautiful. Work on the arm there. Now, obviously, I've heard stories and everything like that about Chris Masters. Obviously, it was before my time. But seeing this man in the flesh, I can understand why he was so intimidated way back in the day.
He is a very big guy that is inside of that ring. Diego himself isn't, a smaller person by no means. And Chris Masters is just towering over top of him. But we are going to see the two big guys in this matchup right now come face to face.
It's one chiseled man versus another chiseled man right now.
The CWE World Champion versus the masterpiece himself. You got to think this is something crossed off his bucket list. As Chad Daniels, wait a minute. Now Masters feeding some shots. Could see a double team maneuver here by these two men. Shot right in the face.
Quick tags between these two, between Chris Masters and Vinny Da Vinci, are really keeping each other fresh coming into this matchup. And I think that's going to make a very big play in who wins this matchup.
Great power slam by Chad there. And now the CWE World Champion. Oh, missed the mark with that elbow. And now Masters legal yet again.
Now, there is a bit of an X factor in this match, and that's the man walking around ringside. One Sergeant Commando walking around ringside there. One has to wonder how he will get involved and help his men try to get the victory.
If we know anything about Sergeant Commando, he's going to try. Keyword, try.
Oh, beautiful double underhook suplex there by the masterpiece Chris Masters. And again, the frequent tags between Da Vinci and Masters here. Da Vinci going to take to the sky. Beautiful splash. Into the cover, and Daniels kicks out.
It is literally a thing of beauty anytime we see Vinny Da Vinci come off that top rope.
I was 15 years old when I first saw Vinny Da Vinci in a CWE ring. Now being here at 22, calling a match, it is truly an honor, especially with you two gentlemen here with me. Now on the ropes here. Vinny rile out the fans.
Oh, and we talked about it earlier. We talked about that guy earlier. Sergeant Commando making his presence known in this matchup, unbeknownst to the referee.
And because of the distraction during that commotion, Diego hit a clothesline, and now he is in control for his team.
Beginning to think that for future tag team, matches, with when it comes to Sergeant Commando being at ringside, we may need a second referee out there just to watch for him.
Smart move right now, but with Chad Daniels and Diego Da Vinci keeping Vinny in that corner. Vinny is the smaller guy in this competition. Keeping him in their corner and away from Chris Masters is a good plan for them if they want to win this match.
They're doing exactly what you need to do in a tag team match. They're cutting off the corner, blocking Masters from trying to do anything, even though Masters, you could tell just by the look on his face and the frustration coming off of him that he wants to get in there, but however, he can't, obviously, because of tag team rules.
And this is brilliant strategy on display by Chad Daniels and Diego Da Vinci, and now he's just mocking Vinny here. You heard Diego Da Vinci saying that is the true masterpiece right here, obviously mocking the masterpiece, Chris Masters here. Now a beautiful headlock.
Vinny's got that arm extended. Chris Masters is trying to will this crowd to will Vinny Da Vinci to make that tag. They're both reaching.
Obviously, Vinny Da Vinci, hometown boy, he's going to need the energy of these fans here to get back in this match. Oh! But it is not enough.
Chris Masters has had enough.
Arguing with the referee. Meanwhile, Daniels and Diego chopping down Vinny behind the referee's back. And now Diego Da Vinci legal yet again. A rivalry as old as time.
I'm not even sure if Vinny can even get out of this now and get Masters tagged in at this point.
Obviously, Diego, the veteran. Chad Daniels, you got to think he's learned a thing or two, especially from all the people he's been in the ring with. Great tag team chemistry by these two guys in the opening stages of this match.
We can't discredit what Vinny Da Vinci has done in his career as well, working with Jacques Rougeau at Lutte Academy. He really showed and proved himself there. It's going to take something fierce to be able to get him back from this.
And now it seems that Daniels and Da Vinci both now doing the frequent tag strategy. Vinny is out of it, gentlemen.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure how Vinny gets out of this.
Oh, wait a minute. Daniel's going to take a page out of Masters' playbook, or at least he's going to try. Trying to go for that master lock. He's got it in.
It's just right in front of Chris Masters, taunting him, using his own move
And
on
look
his
at
tag
Vinny.
team partner.
Look at Vinny. He is fading. Oh, and he just gets out of it. Match is still alive. Vinny trying everything to fight out of it. He's so close.
Chad Daniels, the veteran that he is, pulling him back.
Oh, kick, able to break the hold. Now he needs to make the tag to Chris Masters and fast. And he's got it. And the fans go wild here. Beautiful tongue drop.
Masters wasting no time laying waste to Chad Daniels here right now.
Reverse atomic
another
drop
atomic drop.
And now Diego's going to get some spine buster.
Beautifully executed spine buster.
Calling for it. Are we going to see it? Daniel struggling to get back to his feet. Now he's got it in.
Got the master lock on.
Oh, now Diego's going to get some. Oh, 619 there by Vinny. Meanwhile, Master Lock still locked in.
Split-legged moonsault.
We just got pure pandemonium going on here right now.
And he taps.
And it's over.
Masters and Vinny with the win.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another amazing show from Canadian Wrestling's Elite here in Sault Ste. Marie. Again, a huge thank you to our new friend, Will, from Willie Does Wrestling. Make sure you're checking out Will on his YouTube channel, Will's Wrestling Corner. Will, thank you so much for being here with us, and all of you for tuning in and being part of this broadcast with us tonight. For myself, Carl Carafel, for Chris Best, and for Will, thank you, and have a great night.